One of the things I always say, you need lots of room for the river, because it actually, when you have a floodplain like this, you're never going to control this from happening, but when it does happen, you got to be prepared for it, allow it to happen, and then a little bit of cleanup after. One of the things, I think it's one of the bigger riparian areas in the valley, right around this area with, there's lots of wildlife, lots of critters, so we have to figure out how to work along with the river and the creeks, because every year, so some of the times the creeks start to erode and come onto our private lands, which this stream bank stabilization helps stabilize it from flooding over top of the fields and eroding land. And I think it's important for the creeks too, because you don't have all that erosion going into the creeks too. So
yeah, we used to lose 10-15 feet of land every year, and with what we had put in place there, it hasn't eroded at all. Yeah, it's been great for our ranch to keep the land in the valley from it going downstream, and it's been beneficial for wildlife as well, for create fish habitat. So it's been neat to work on the different projects and use different materials that we are able to get off the land as well, from willows to cottonwoods to black spruce to the larger spruce that we did with the large woody debris. That's right, it creates more sediment being dropped there for fish.
This project was so great because it was so hands-on, right? It was something that the landowners were able to really see something happening. Because it was low tech, it allowed them to be involved, rather than somebody from outside the community coming in and saying, you need to do this and you need to create this thing on your land. It was really, how can we help you restore your land so that you're not losing land and that the salmon have habitat and the birds and the insects all have habitat. So it was, that attitude change has been really lovely to see. It's been so great, yeah.
I would just invite anyone who wants to be involved in this kind of work, whether it's restoration or monitoring, to find a community organization that's involved in it and start small. You know, what you'd find quickly is that it is so engaging, it's so important, and you'll find yourself hooked, and you'll find yourself part of our collaborative effort.
And Maxan Lake is a historic sockeye producer, same as Bulkley Lake. And so one of the things that is going on right now is to figure out, using eDNA tools, whether there are still sockeye in this part of the world, because they're few and far between.